Так. Ебаный случай. Так. Оп. Чирик. У нас приоритетная задача. Так, включаем дополнительные задачи. Включаем. Бля. Так, все. Кодекс. Нефиг тут делать. Предметы. Что у нас тут? Моды пистолета. Ага, ясно. Моды штурмовой винтовки. Уничтожить. Так, поехали.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete. This is Nexus Control to Hyperion.
No,
it's
it
good to
isn't
have you
what
here.
we wanted, but what... All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. Not how he died. I pulled those logs. What happened with Pathfinder?
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seemed...
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy... Not home.
Сука, зависла.
The Milky Way. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath. As Tan, and here we are, idling. A lot of us joined...
Were you friends?
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or he hated that I didn't use his title, but no one's a Pathfinder until... Much like a colonial director without colonies.
There must be some kind of plan for
Нас
encountering
такой
hostile
рожек
aliens.
поняла,
We can't have been that
я
naive.
тоже не
We
захотел.
expected life, not an enemy that... Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to
Хотя у
poetry.
него, у нее
That's how
там
bad it
походу
is.
разницы никакой.
Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket.
Бля,
Can-
дичь просто.
You don't trust him?
We came here to...
Жесть.
Goddamn poetry.
There's also the strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
You've had no...
Less than you'd We can't just...
And if it had...
Beautiful, or even me.
Excuse me, Director Addison. It's Pat...
Ryder. Alec promised... That's what you're...
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Так. Так, все нормально.
I know that look. The others bench.
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. Scattered readings. Some indicate if you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a bit. I was tired.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know? But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure?
Шепард версия 2.0,
Jen.
да?
You talk like you weren't...
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found him. They penned him. By the time we killed the bastards and headed...
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Are the other...
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed in, but it's hard to focus with our arc missing. They don't talk to us.
Why? What if...
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to... I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
It's rough out.
I have strike teams... In fact, our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that
Давай,
could use
блин,
a shot where
быстрее
it counts.
тормози.
You...
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Поехали следующую искать.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even
That's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in...
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine over... I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance. To that end,
Петушок,
discourage
куда ты
Delta's serious
лезешь?
flow.
Со своим-то
Whatever it is,
лицом, а?
our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder, and now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support them. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So,
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
И
and if I
тут мы
fail,
начинаем
I guess it's
летать
no
среди
sweat off your
миров,
back,
я
right?
понимаю.
You'll just look for another Pathfinder.
Сходу
Placing
просто.
bets on
Долго
people
не
is part of
нянчиться.
my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for each... And when you have
I was wondering about...
Прекрасно.
something wrong,
Ryder, can you see me and Sam node on the Hyperion?
No.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
Это.
All non-relevant repair requests are currently...
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
Так, где Кроганы?
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
Did the deal go through?
Сразу
The clan held up
пацанство
their
на
part,
место
but Tan
расставил.
had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say
Определенно
around
мне
here.
нравится.
Then Addison... It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
Так, почему ты
With your
здесь?
clan gone, why did you stay?
А, ну это мы,
It's
походу, читал.
complicated.
Так,
The station and my
фокус.
clan both need me here.
Проблемы на Нексусе.
Situation's gone to shit pretty... There's Arcs.
По уши в
And to
дерьме,
top it all
ну,
off, the founder of the
как бы
initiative,
нормально.
Jian Garson, was killed.
Генофак.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
Так, лекарство.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
Нормально, пацанам. Чё, 4%. Да.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed
Они,
and
походу,
built
как
this
кролики
place.
размножаются,
I
чтобы
keep the
4%
station
хоть как-то
functional, or as
ощутимо
functional as
были.
possible, considering.
Так, ладно, поехали отсюда.
Yes, I know the Hyperion.
Так, что у нас тут? О, контейнерки. Контейнерки всегда хорошо.
That's fine. I don't care.
Данных. Так, next. Ясненько. Так, поехали отсюда.
The planet was toxic. What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish?
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that arm.
Чирик.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on...
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Парниша нормальный. Двух зайцев одним ударом. Типа и все разведал, и кабинетик отхватил побольше. Нормальный парниш.
Ryder, you have my
I appreciate it.
I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
They're as much a part...
We have to. Did you have some other business? I'm happy to.
Transtechnician, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Стоп,
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine.
Stuff exploding like this happened?
Back right after the mutiny.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Так, вы там докладываете.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion.
Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool.
Так, ну чё, погнали. куда только погнали. Смотрим.
Find out why. Be careful.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Прикольно. Ладно, потом подойдем, разберемся.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Так, поехали дальше. Где нас надо?
No, just a hand up there. Too small for us.
Be surprised. There's also turbine in the seed bank.
Nobody's making creeper in Andromeda.
You'd be surprised.
Так, ясненько, поехали дальше.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Ну, в чем проблема-то?
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Куда ж ты нас ведешь? Вот.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Так, ну что, поехали.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Кто такая эта
Well,
Зара?
shit.
Где её
Any idea
искать?
where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Ты что ли?
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Не. Чё выше? Ёпта.
Before we removed them from the station, the mutineers left some surprises in the system. The superintendent has had everyone on deck manually double check them. Mutineers? What happened? It'll be the security update.
Something you want, Ryder? You'll have to see to your...
Чё-то я туплю конкретно.
All personnel, be
Что, куда-то ниже, что ли? Я что? Точно ниже. О, кора. Так, ну что, погнали диверсанта искать. Или диверсантку.
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patel's. A third party seems likely.
Ага. Вас подставили.
Looks like someone is using both you and Rod.
They'd need pretty high-level access for that. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something...
I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Оп, контейнерик. Куда нам тут валить? Обратно в командный центр. А ё что? Ладно, поехали. Так. Стрим. Сейчас. Так, хорошо. Оп. Еще кому-то мы тут задницу. Да надерем. Еще надо как-то так делать.
This file is useless. Let's check another. And another scrambled file. Let's check another. This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Someone working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
И? Ага. Сканировать сотрудника. Нормальное вторжение в личную жизнь. Ну ладно.
Biometrics do not match.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Negative match.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Чик-чирик. Так. Мгм. Сейчас. Так, ну чё, приступим, ёпта. Та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та. Та-там. Сейчас. Так, ну чё, приступим. Стрим вроде идет. Так. Тут что-то какие-то, блядь, трупы, нахуй, непонятные, блядь. Как-то не очень все гуд. Так, поехали отсюда. Что я, блядь, не в сандале? Что я не туда приехал? Он же дичь.
Negative match.
Не замешан ты в диверсии. Нахрен ты тут стоишь? Будут сканировать. Ага, сидит он.
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Who is he?
Dale Atkins. Report.
Dale Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
Теперь это
Is
так
that what
называется,
sabotage is
да?
called these days?
Ну-ну.
Work?
You're pretty arrogant for the new kid. You don't even know what's been going on.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
I'm sorry for what happened, but setting explosives isn't the answer.
Neither was sending people into exile because they didn't agree with policy. I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people, killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision. That'll be the day.
Чё, логично, в принципе. Опа. 73 опа. Ёпта. 73 опа мне нравится. 73 опа. Заслуживают уважения. Так, поехали дальше. Криоотсек, командный центр. Так, поехали в командный центр.
What am I going to do?
Что
It's
это
not
за
right.
страшное
It's
создание?
not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, they say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was... There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were
И
willing
мы
to
такие
speak with him.
нифиговые
Please.
просто детективы. Все очень быстро разрулим. 100%. Ну что, поможем?
I'd be happy to.
Хули делать?
Oh, thank you.
Нам
I'm
же ж
sure
надо
the jailer will allow you a visit.
опов зарабатывать.
Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Так, охранная тюрьма. Ну, go.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, a murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loved...
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't a get...
There's more. I saw movement. Thought it was the Ket, and... Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add.
It'd be nice to have someone with him. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Да, есть надежда. Мечтай, мечтай. Так, ну что, поговорим с нашим
No news on the
товарищем.
Turian Arc yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
It doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Ken.
Окей, давай поглядим.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Candros for authorization to participate.
Так, ну и чё?
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilkin, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! It seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilkin. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Ага.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Чё, пройдемся? По свидетельнице пройдемся.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Did you see any cat?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. Could have been killed. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
I appreciate the information.
Of course.
Жизнь одного
It kills
на
me we
жизнь
had to leave
всех,
him
ну.
behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined?
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Ясно. Ох, это Тан, охуенный пацан. Ну, давай побазарим.
Something I can help you with?
That's all.
Something I can help you with?
Дерзкий.
I'm looking into the Nilkin Rents.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pat. Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose we'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
Так, ну чё?
All non-relevant
Все квесты пособирали. Так, что тут по навыкам? О, как. 3 очка. 3 очка. Так, давай-ка биотику прокачиваем. Или технику. Так. Ну-ка, воспламенение сколько снимает? 120. Ну, нормально, в принципе. Натиск нового. Что за нового у нас? Что, норм тема? Радиус. Десант. Так, меры защиты. Так, осколочную гранату прокачаем. Ой, почаще кидает. Подтвердить. Журнал. Так. Ну чё, поехали. Далее. Так, где там место убийства-то? Куда вообще-то валить? Что опять ты?
That's the console.
What are they?
Assault. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
I'll deploy your people carefully, Kandro.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can authorize it.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Так, ну и... А. Я понял вас. Так. Журнал. Первый убийца. Так, поехали.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Weapons and stuff. I got you covered. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock. Half the... And I have to...
Так. Три 600, ни хера себе. Редкая, очень редкая, обычная катана. Так, универсальный полупроводник тоже. Сдаем. Нормально. Все сейчас попродаем. И все равно ни на что, блядь, не хватит. Все как всегда. Это что такое? Ясно, тоже утиль. Есть утиль на утиль. Так, тоже. 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 Но материалы мы продавать не будем. Значит, все. Так, все прекрасно. Теперь у нас есть... А что у нас есть? У нас нету ни хера. Так. Да. Так. Да. Шлем, руки. Нету ничего, короче, пацана. Ладно. Тут что у нас? Минералы. Тут у нас нету ничего у него. Так, тут тоже нету ничего. Так, сокол, да? Прикольно. Гранатомет, да? Катана какая-то. Дробовик. Снайперка. Так, ладно. Я так понимаю, делать тут нам нехер.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Something you want, Ryder?
Так, ясно. Тут хрена не появилось. Поехали дальше.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Так. Идем повалим, жилая палуба. Криоотсек давай.
Tram technician.
Съездим в криоотсек. И нифига мы там не найдем.
I'll make it right. Pathfinder?
Welcome to
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. I have a pendant.
Of course.
In his digital...
Leg's feeling a little better.
Looks
like the muscle's bruised. The good news is the bone.
Ryder, good to see you. Damn shame about... Yeah.
My dad...
Now I just need to make sure your sister here pulls through.
Are you staying here on the...
You know that moment when you Ha, right, look who I'm talking to. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the cat, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but it's passed me by.
We'll miss you here.
Just make sure to raise some hell once in a while, will you? I'm living vicariously through you.
Deal. How's Sarah doing?
Her condition's stable. I see signs of REM activity in the brain, so she...
How'd this happen?
It was dumb luck, really. We hit the scourge at the worst possible moment. It's a vulnerable moment, coming out of a 600-year nap, then wham! Circuits... Don't worry, I'm on it. We're not losing another rider.
How did you end up with the...
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way. So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis. Chance to wake up in the morning and feel...
That's all.
Don't be a...
Что, погнали с Сэмом побазарим? Уединимся, так сказать. Такс. Такс. Так, сказал бедняк, бля. Такс. Так, сказал бедняк, бля. Поехали далее. Сэм, братиш, ты где вообще потерялся? Чё? Ну-ка, а тут что есть по квесту? Ладно, сначала с Сэмом перебазарим.
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node.
Yeah.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide? And that's...
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during... Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic...
What do you get out of it?
Though
I don't follow. You're an AI.
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Будет больно?
Okay, well... The only pain is that which life provides. As I've discovered, this can be a lesson in itself. I find myself...
How so? Why?
Perhaps so.
Ну чё, будем
But not Cloud Core.
суперсолдатами?
Perhaps you should begin. In the meantime.
Thanks.
Чё уж там. Я не против. Ну чё за лазутчик? Прикольно. Инженер. Не, возьмем лазутчик. Чего уж там. Так, все. Поехали. О.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you.
Your father's first sidearm. A memento of his early Alliance service.
О.
I bet that saw plenty of...
Нормальная тема.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger.
The coffee machine Mom got for dinner. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal. Several of them are encrypted.
We'll jump through a few relays first, and then we hunker down for the long. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man. She's
pretty sure.
I have loaded Dr. Dusoni's research onto datapad.
Hello, but in the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. Hello. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap.
Так, последняя
I
запись.
wish.
Чё там?
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm worried about Sarah. Dr. DePero says she'll be fine, but she's my daughter. How can I not worry? It's these moments when you... Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are... things...
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible.
Ясно.
That log is not currently accessible.
Тоже, да? Ну ладно, погнали. Погнали. Одним словом.
Ryder. Yes.
Okay. Something new every day.
This memory is from the...
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
But it's illegal.
Define this advantage.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry.
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Wow. Hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was... Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you... After...
Perhaps it... Unknown. Private, I detected...
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain...
What more can you...
He implanted this raw data and...
Then, Dad...
You removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology. Trust is an...
Me more than you. Do you know anything?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's... I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM. Simulated, adaptive, matrix.
But...
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
What did you mean by a...
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Pathfinder. Word is there's been trouble on the station.
We're...
That's what I... As soon as we establish outposts, everything will even out. I'm sure of it. I'm an I love piloting. But I like the idea of going back to my root. Honest...
Nozomi?
Yep. I've always been a wanderer at heart. Hopeful. Someone's got to keep the positivity coming, right?
Ryder. We powered it down. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told him...
Hey, he was right about going planetside, though.
I wish...
If there's anything else I can help with, let me know. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster, even 5 years ago...
Are you kidding me? I don't... Although the way things are now isn't We all knew... When you sign up, you hope
Я
for
не
the best
думала 5 лет
and
назад,
plan
что
for the
попаду на
worst.
Андромеду.
Why did you join the initiative? We're a
Но
long
я
way
не
from
думала,
home.
что это будет
How
так.
could I not? I love my
Логично,
job.
логично, да.
Sailing
Логика
through new stars,
железнейшая.
discovering new worlds.
Thanks for the talk.
All right. Good luck.
Так, куда нам идти?
currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Of vaccines, once we get more biomaterial.
It's that scourge I'm wondering about. Standard colony radiation shield should handle it.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once. Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
My crew's working on it. We've moved the off center to the top of our pipeline.
Так. Исследуя планеты. Ну что, поехали на свой корабль.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Hello. Please select a topic.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Поехали.
Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late.
So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better. Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
What's the rush?
Just don't want to waste any more time.
Hold it, hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest supplies, munitions, and crew. The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Everything's state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Ah, glad to see you looking well.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really gonna be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go. The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table, or just get the crew together. We call this the research room. You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here. That's the biolab. We can grow plants for food and oxygen, keep any specimen safe.
Some serious kit over here.
Our tech lab is an engineer's dream. It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
Pathfinder, check this toy. Some serious kit over here.
Seems like we're forever racing. This makes raw minerals, tech, doesn't matter. The research station will strip that stuff down and give you options.
I'll take any advantage I can get, even if it's explore.
Hey, with tech like this, it won't... If the best we get is what we make...
еще попробуем. Ясно. Ну-ка тут. Тоже ясно. Так, штурмовая винтовка «Циклон».
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Ah, time for introductions.
So how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here. Excuse me.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder. To Eos, then. What would have been our Habitat 1?
2 failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Maybe we can turn things around. Callow, take us in.
System, Pythias. Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1. Designated Eos.
It was supposed to be an easy first step. Until no one else showed and we got clobbered. Twice.
Why has Sam altered frequency detection?
What are we hearing, Sam?
There is a signal, Pathfinder. I recommend an immediate examination of Eos. A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7. Possible atmospheric manipulation.
Is that possible?
We'll find out. If it is like Habitat 7, no doubt we'll run into the cat.
I'm picking up something.
Ничего, ладно, погнали. Квест нам надо. Ну что, подтверждаем набор, погнали.
Suiting up.
Ready, Freddy. Can't blame them. Expected a golden world? Sorry. You okay?
Давайте, братан, вещи.
There. Set us down at this nav point.
How to even start?
Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation. This analysis provides us with important research data was incomplete due to environmental hazards and ultimately hostile encounters. Develop new technologies and upgrades for equipment such as your
like
weapons
Habitat
and
7,
armor.
that signal we scanned must be connected with the atmosphere. We could use the outpost's antenna to track it down. Let's get the power back on. They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
But they didn't have a Pathfinder.
They do now. We'll make Eos home.
Ёпта. О, контейнер. Контейнер — это хорошо. Это очень даже замечательно. Контейнер — это очень даже замечательно. Блок дан. Ну давай.
Got a code lock key.
That should help get us in.
We suffered our first death today. Storm came out of nowhere. Lockley tried to cover our crops. Lost his footing. Got swept away. His wife is still in cryo. Maybe I'll know what to say.
It's inoperable, Pathfinder.
Too long in this environment without power.
We didn't expect this kind of environment. Who could?
Another code, like we already found.
Литий, ну прекрасно. Литий, литий.
These shield masts are protecting against the radiation, but they're wearing out fast.
Look at the batch numbers.
Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Right. We get it running, maybe buildings get power.
And we get a line on that signal.
Я же говорю, что секретов много. Это хорошо. Секретов много не бывает. Секрет хорошо. Что тут у нас? Консолька.
Huh. Guess that ship... Of course. Now shove off. Find your own salvage. This spot's taken. Call me the next...
I'm tracking?
Look, I cut the power for a reason. The Ket are patrolling the... You turn the power relay back on, they'll know there's a juicy target alive down here.
Expect trouble when we start the generators.
There's an error in the startup sequence. Manual input required.
Damn it.
Please scan one of the pylons to determine the hackable input location. Generator interface possible. Location marked.
Generator is active. Sam, our friend Clancy, was he part of the outpost team here?
No, Pathfinder. According to Nexus records, he's stationed in the hangar bay.
Вышка 1.
So he's what? Playing hooky?
Поехали
Or
дальше.
he's a part-time salvager.
Оп.
Really, Ryder?
Хорошее место для обстрела.
Looks like salvage. New. Days ago, new.
Who else is here?
Все забираем. Ёпта, все пригодится в хозяйстве. Сюда мы тоже не войдем.
Pathfinder, that door is locked. Until power is restored, there is no way to unlock it or gain entry to these buildings.
Неужто больше ничего нету, а?
Main door had power, but not the interior doors?
Full functionality would require an active power relay station.
That means the antenna's out of power too. Like the console said. Let's head to the relay station.
Еще одна консоль.
I got a partial log, but I can't turn on the antenna. Something's blocking the power.
A remote lock is active. The interference originates from a nearby power relay tower.
So we're not the only ones interested in what happened here.
Let's check out this relay tower. Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
The radiation in Eos's atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Radiation? Our suits protect against that, right?
Site 1 contains shield masts to dampen the brunt of contamination.
But if we went outside Site 1's perimeter?
That would not be advised.
Все поизучали.
We suffered our first death today.
We've got company. Kidding about the cat.
The power relay station is ready for activation, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, that door is locked. Until power is restored, there is no way to unlock it or gain entry to these buildings.
Ну чё, здорово, дружище.
Word of advice, though. If that signal of yours is out past the perimeter, you'll need a ride.
A ride?
Shuttles aren't fun in these winds. You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage. We're heading to our shuttle. Keep this up. Maybe next time we'll find more than just...
Don't...
I guess crazy blue.
Ладно, погнали. Что тут?
Power restored. We should have access to everything in sight.
Correct. Plus, I've looked. The structure appears almost identical to the one your father used to adjust the atmosphere on the previous planet.
That almost...
A warning.
All the...
Now that power is restored, we can investigate the nearby buildings. Radiation levels are severe. Seek safety immediately.
Братиш,
Radiation levels normal.
Well, what?
Updating the temp.
Research was always key to the initiative. We'll need it here too.
Ты душу поделаешь. Сначала лут соберем.
The research station is back online. I've provided a list of weapons we can build by gathering the required components.
Special requisition, all-terrain scout rover.
A Nomad, 6-wheel drive, jump jets, just what you need.
The initiative only built a few.
This must be what Clancy meant.
The crate requires an access code from a forward station. Forward stations act as emergency resupply checkpoints. Several are currently in orbit.
I can call one down. Let's find a good spot.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Looks like the forward station supplies are intact.
Downloading Nomad crate access code.
Тачка крутая.
All these challenges, and the colonists still tried to tough it out.
They didn't know what they were in for. They weren't told.
Sam and I could have helped them. This won't happen again. I think this is for purifying water.
It's huge and crooked. The storms did that?
Nomad should handle pretty smooth. Check both forward and reverse, would you?
radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder. Radiation levels within acceptable limits.
Get traction. It's too steep.
Switch to 6-wheel drive. It'll get you up there in a snap. Remember the Nomad's jump jets? They'll get you over most obstacles. If you need more juice, the boosters can accelerate you out of trouble.
Severe radiation alert, Pathfinder.
Imagine leaving all the craziness on the Nexus to be the first settlers here. So much riding on you, and then...
This time will be different.
Right. This is our element.
Life support levels are critically low. Approaching Site 2. Resilience.
It was sold as the one we get right, but it didn't have time to get worn down. Got wiped out by Ket.
We'll deal with the Ket. One thing at a time.
Portable cover of Ket design.
Didn't bother to take it with them. Nexus not send a retrieval team for the bodies?
We knew some were lost, Ryder. We weren't told they were
Didn't even finish unpacking.
Ket didn't give him a chance.
war zone.
According to survivors, the kid attacked from all sides. It was a massacre.
Lexi, I've got another one.
Standing by, waiting for your scan.
Y'all are Thysa.
Records updated, Pathfinder.
You'd think there'd be more bodies. Not that I've been planning.
Not a lot left behind for a massacre.
What if they were removed?
We know the Nexus didn't bother picking up the bodies.
You don't think it could have been the cat?
You trying to give me nightmares?
Электричество не работает. Поехали искать. Так, куда нам тут?
Override works, but... Sam, the door was sealed from the outside?
Yes, Pathfinder. It appears lockdown was manual before the power...
Secondary terminals, no access.
If deployment is standard, main access will be deeper in.
Way too quiet.
Looks like they left in a hurry.
Report said the evac was cut off by Ket.
Pathfinder, a maintenance bulletin was issued at the time of shutdown.
What does it say?
Run.
Feet's point!
Override, close it! Tempest, we have an unknown enemy. Evac the Pathfinder.
Whoa, hold on.
No go, Harper. We have to lay low. Ket are inbound to your location.
Ket and that thing? Son of a... Watch out!
Pathfinder, I have enough sensory data to reconstruct an image of the past.
jet.
No wonder Site 2 failed. Brazilian or not.
Not sure what's worse. This or dying slow like promise.
Happy thoughts, Liam.
Surprised the Nexus still wants an outpost on Eos.
You know what they say. Third time's a charm. We'll make this right. Schematics for Special Project Sigma. They were building something, but there are parts missing. Got a component for Site 2's project.
Ладно, поехали. Тьфу ты. Я думал, блять, рак какой-то, сука.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder. Radiation levels normal. Radiation levels increasing. Radiation within safe levels.
Remember the early data on EOS back home?
This is where Chief Reynolds died.
Sandstorms would have buried the body long ago. I suggest scanning.
Karkins.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece buried deep. A leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the Chief became Karkin food.
Circle of life can be gruesome.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
Earth had formations like this. Made a lot of kids think of alien worlds.
Water and weather. Nothing tougher in the long run.
Pathfinder, the scan has picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit blast through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilken was in front of the Chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light.
Wow. The Remnant took over. Let's check it out.
Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located.
Ну really, Шерлок Холмс отдыхает.
It's a Karkin nest, all right. Fan out.
Confirming initiative equipment, including Omni tool assigned to security. The Chief was scanning at the time of death. If you power it up, picked up its units data. 1. A standard initiative rifle report, which missed. The other from...
That's a relief. Good.
Pathfinder.
Go ahead and play it.
No! Where's Nilken?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
That sounds like...
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect, Nilken. So he did not kill the Chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man.
Ever disobeyed an order, Cora?
In my soldier days? No, that's kind of the point.
It's that mechanical. You never thought about it.
Military discipline isn't there to give you something cool to rebel against. In combat, people depend on you being in the place they expect, doing what you're meant to do, or they die.
That doesn't mean you're doing the right thing.
I know.
Что за херобора? всякого разного. Сандалию, блядь. Так.
Experiencing radiation damage. Experiencing radiation damage.
There must be active remnant in there. Let's check it out. This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes. But what's it for?
Life support failure is imminent, Pathfinder.
Ох ты ж
Life support is failing.
Вот это пиздец. Нехорошо, однако, вышло. Да.
Radiation levels increasing. Pathfinder, active remnant nearby. I suggest investigating.
Get ready to fight! Still weirds me out to see the Scourge like that. Should we check it out? This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes, but what's it for?
Radiation levels are severe. Seek safety immediately.
А, пацаны, пацаны.
Like a cat facility of some kind. We saw them researching this tech back on Habitat 7. Doubt that's a coincidence. But if we want to look, the only way is through.
Hostile shuttle incoming.
Ket incoming. Those Kets seem shaken up.
They've got the monolith well protected. We'll need to cut that shield's power supply. Let's get to it before there's any more Ket.
Херобора какая-то.
That was pretty cool.
Huh. Well, yeah. Guess it was. Still haven't told me who you are.
I'm the Pathfinder.
Are you now?
You can call me Ryder.
I'm Drac, Clan Nakmor. You'll forgive me if I didn't just trust a stranger from the Nexus. They haven't exactly treated us Krogan well. What are you doing out here?
Checking out these monoliths? The Ket seem pretty interested. Looks like you cleared it out for us, though.
You said I didn't save any? Nexus knows shit about the Ket. They think they're safe. But they're just waiting to die out there in space. I've been quads deep on a couple of planets for a while now. Taking out Ket bases, fighting ground troops. I know what they can do.
It's not pretty.
You know, we could use a Krogan like you, Drac.
I'm flattered, but do you have any idea how many humans I've watched die? Your meat is spoiled. Besides, the day I help the Nexus again is the day the clouds part and the Ket keel over. No offense.
None taken.
I'm gonna go find more to shoot. Try to keep your head out there.
Ну, на тебя похер. Ты мне главное сундучков построил.
Anton, Darren T. Can't undo what happened, but we can. Parts for the Site 2 project? Check.
тут уже поинтереснее.
Intact, but doesn't appear active, like the rest.
Inactive, Pathfinder. Similar to the rest. Radiation levels. Radiation levels increasing. Radiation levels normal.
Okay, let's solve this thing.
Inactive, Pathfinder. Similar to the rest. 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 Inactive, Pathfinder. Similar to the rest.
Хер просышь. Что тут делать?
Had made themselves at home. All this research. I wonder what they learned.
Detecting above normal radiation levels. Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. Radiation levels within acceptable limits.
Богато. Точно. Богато это хорошо. Так, ну чё. Поехали по квесту.
Radiation levels increasing.
Heads up. Remnant site ahead.
God damn it. One of our shuttles ahead.
Worth checking, if only to make sure the Ket don't get to keep it.
All Site 2 components are accounted for.
Let's head to Site 2's research station and see what good they do. Looks like the Ket got here before us.
Head ahead, Pathfinder. I recommend caution. I detect a remnant device in this location. I advise scanning it, Pathfinder.
Nomad's hit!
Что-то как-то не айс.
Heads up. Remnant site ahead.
God damn it. One of our shuttles ahead.
Worth checking, if only to make sure the Ket don't get to keep it.
All Site 2 components are accounted for.
Let's head to Site 2's research station and see what good they do. This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes, but what's it for?
Ни хрена себе
I've
там
picked up
3
readings
чувака.
of Nexus issued equipment nearby.
The person who left this behind, she was part of the first wave of colonists, wasn't she?
The probability is high. This researcher may have left data paths at other remnant sites as well.
Think that's it?
The hammerhead contains Ket life forms, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
You left, right, left.
So you can talk the talk. Now walk it.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
So whatever tech we found on Habitat 7 is the same as what's here?
That's what the scans suggest.
2 planets now. What does that mean?
You know what it means.
Suit up and find out. Got it.
We should check out that remnant area. Nice work. This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes. But what's it for?
I've picked up readings.
Any hope this researcher is still alive?
That outcome is unlikely. If exposed too long, pre-vault radiation would cause terminal health issues.
Then maybe her work survived. We need to find the other research sites.
Look out for anything big and hungry.
Resilience is more than a name. It's our duty now. Someone else is poking this tech.
Nice. Let's get to a research station, see what we've got.
Квест мы выполнили. Типа.
Radiation levels are severe. Seek safety immediately.
Надежда уже не похожа.
Radiation within safe levels.
ты научная. Оп. Так, броня, усиление. Так, все поизучаем сейчас. Тоже изучим. Так, тут что у нас? Усиление, гранатомет. Вот, система гранат липучек. Оп. Так, воздух. О, нормально. Так, тут все. Ловко. Нет доступных чертежей.
The failure here was expensive, Pathfinder. It's worn all of us down, not just our shuttles.
We've got targets!
Experiencing radiation damage. Detecting above normal radiation levels. Life support failure is imminent, Pathfinder. Radiation within safe levels. Life support at 100%. radiation levels increasing. Pathfinder, this is the spot where Nigel McCoy wanted you to leave his pendant.
In honor of his brother, Dash McCoy.
Оп. Оп.
Another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Got it. Signal's coming from that structure up ahead.
Pathfinder, another deceased colonist.
If you get me their names, I'll update the records and tag the body for recovery.
It's slippery, but there's a great view.
You should now be able to interface, Pathfinder. Built-in connection. I apologize for any discomfort. The system seems unstable.
This what happened when my dad tried doing this?
Your father interfaced directly with the atmosphere processor. That proved extremely hazardous. These structures could reveal its control center. System remains unstable. Doubling our power input might accelerate the process.
I'll give it a shot.
Оп-чирик, сейчас что-то будет. О!
Back off, or I will put you down.
Чё дерзишь?
Easy. You've come this far. Just let it ride. I've been studying this tech for months. I don't know how you activated those glyphs, but you have to let them cycle through their channels.
All right, time to get off.
Don't like being sat on, huh? I know. Who am I? I mean, it's obvious who you are. I saw the ship swoop in. You're a Pathfinder. I was beginning to think the initiative just made you guys up so the rest of us wouldn't lose hope, but you're for real, huh?
Are you for real? You were going to...
Well...
System has...
Oh, crap.
I know these things from Habitat 7!
Later! Just take them out! Keep targeting that one! They make but that's too long. Ugh, I hate long. So, the Remnant. Like, my name's better as PB. If you wake them up too, they must lead to whatever master switch might... Sure, just...
Так, ну и... Что дальше? Иби.
Hey, PB, you came in this shuttle?
Not many other ways to get here from the Nexus. Careful, I've got some interesting finds in there.
Так, куда там дальше? Придется по кругу опять прокатиться. Ладно. Это ничего не поделаешь. Где наш багги? Поехали.
Looks like the Scourge got to this remnant. That's it.
Pathfinder. I detect
Собираем журнал.
Sam, this one mentions a nav point.
I've extracted the information and added it to your map.
Then we know where the researcher was headed. Let's go.
Куда это мы заехали? Ага.
From our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan.
And ye are a living hole. In need of assistance.
A field log, Pathfinder, issued to patrolling Ket.
I don't need a translation to know when I'm hearing a monster.
Adding to language database.
Так, надо разведать эту говнопещеру. Кадмия забрали.
Looks like they found it drifting and brought it here.
Нам она точно не
I'm
надо.
not able to extrapolate point of origin, Pathfinder.
But the Ark could be intact, like the Hyperion.
Let's hope so.
Watching the corners.
These caves could be a good shelter, if people need it.
At least it's cooler in here.
Периодик. Так.
Experiencing radiation damage. Life support systems are in peril. Life support failing. Seek safety immediately.
Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
Doesn't matter.
Так, ладно. Ясно.
We need an up-close scan.
Сейчас куда? Это мы сейчас сюда, где челночок заедем.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Look there. That spot is shelter, water, stable ground.
It was initially overlooked due to heavy Ket presence at the nearby remnant structure, but it would be an excellent outpost site.
Снайперку возьмем. Так, прицел. Все. Ладно.
remnant. Seems you can't find one without the other. So, if we clear the skies, this might be our
На
new
этом
home.
все. До свидания.